Good morning. The Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, who is also the chief host and special guest of today's event, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Communications, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, is ably represented by the deputy chair of that committee, distinguished Senator Bomai, the House Committee Chairman on Communications, the Inspector General of Police is represented. There are so many other heads of agencies that are represented, like the FRSC, the Immigration, the Controller General of Immigration, and the rest. And I would like to acknowledge my colleagues, the DG of NITDA, the DG of NIMSI, who is also here, and those that are represented among them. You are sincerely welcome. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to this event, which is the official launching and unveiling of Nigeria at 60 commemorative stamps. I'm delighted to welcome you all to this official presentation of a set of commemorative stamps on Nigeria's 60th independence anniversary in the denomination of 150 naira. I feel humbled and honored to be part of history as our country, Nigeria, attains a significant milestone as an independent entity, and to present a set of postage stamps to commemorate the Diamond Jubilee, documenting it for posterity and for our numerous stamp collectors. The history of Nigeria's independence struggle dates to the days of Chief Abat Macaulay, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Alhaji Tafawa Balewa, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, and other notable Nigerians who doggedly fought for self-determination and self-rule. Their collective efforts culminated in Nigeria's independence in 1960. It is imperative to note that all these national heroes have been captured on stamps to immortalize them and their feat at various times. I do not want to bore you with too much history, but it is important to reinforce NIPOST's contribution towards the social, cultural, and economic development of Nigeria. The history of postage stamp can be traced to 1840, when the first set of postage stamps, penny black and penny blue, were introduced in Britain. The initial concept was to proffer solutions to the prevailing communication and fiscal challenges confronting the British government, which made the Parliament to pass the Postage Duties Bill in 1839. The bill gave the Treasury powers to implement postal reforms. The most notable outcome of that reform was the introduction of postage stamps, championed by Sir Rowland Hill. It has since been copied by most sovereign nations of the world. Somewhere along the value chain came philately, which is the collection and study of postage stamps, as well as buying and selling of stamps for philatelic purposes. This has become a good source of revenue for many countries and extra income for many people. On October 9th, last year, 2020, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, launched the Compendium of Nigeria's Postage Stamp, that tells the true history of Nigeria as recorded from the lens of postage stamp. This justifies a maxim that says as factual as postage stamps. Postage stamp is a true recorder of events for history and a witness to human civilization. Today, the Post is not relenting in its resolve to meet the ever-dynamic needs of all categories of customers. We make users-friendly products available at our post offices and other postal formations across the country. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, as we present Nigeria's 60th anniversary postage stamps, I appeal to all Nigerians to pick up some stamps and focus on the ideals that unite us and shun the negative tendencies that attempt to divide us. I join us to take up the hobby of collecting and studying stamps as they are educative, entertaining, and profitable. Thank you all for listening. Thank you.
Another round, can you have another round of applause for the PMG, Dr. Ismail Adebayo. Sorry, Adebayo Adewusi. Yes, so thank you very much, at the PMG. Can I just quickly also recognize the presence of some dignitaries that are also here before we go to the next item on the agenda. We have in our midst this morning, Dr. Kashifu Inua Abdullahi, the DG NIDA. Can we please recognize him with a knock? Then also here we have the engineer Ubali Masker, Executive Commissioner Technical Service, representing the NCC Executive Vice Chairman. Thank you, sir, for coming. Then we have in our midst Malam Adi Muhammad, the ED Finance and Admin, representing the MD NIPOST. You're welcome, sir. Awesome. All right. Right now, the next item on the agenda is to have special guests. Some of our special guests give the goodwill messages. Can I call on Dr. Kashifu Inua Abdullahi, DG NIDA, to come to the podium to give us a goodwill message, please. Thank you.
Okay. My mentor and my boss, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, FNSCS, FBCS, FIIM. The Chairman, Senate Committee on Communications, represented by the Deputy Chair, Senator Bumai, the Chairman, House Committee on Communications, Honorable Prince, the Chairman, NIPOST Governing Board, my dear brother, the Postmaster General, Dr. Ismail, DG NIMSI, the representative of EVC, EC Technical, Engineer Ubale Masker, other distinguished guests here present. May peace, mercy, and blessing be upon you all, and good morning. I will never forget on the 29th of September in this room, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy unveiled the Nigerian at 60 logo and also presented awards to winners of poetry. I think the logo designed, the poetries and others in this room. And at that time also, the Honorable Minister directed NIPOST come up with the commemorative stamp. And today we're here to unveil that stamp. So for me, this is an exhilarating milestone in our togetherness as a nation, and also in our journey to digital Nigeria, because NIPOST has a key role to play in terms of the stamp duty and also in terms of the postal or digitizing the postal addresses in general. This is key to digital economy. Therefore, I congratulate the Honorable Minister for this achievement, and also the Postmaster General and the entire staff of the NIPOST. I congratulate you and I wish you a successful event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful good message. We appreciate. Can we celebrate him with another round of applause? Thank you. Yes, I would like to bring on Professor Mohammed Bello Abubakar, MD, CEO, Galaxy Backbone, to give us a goodwill message. Thank you. Please, let's encourage him with a beautiful round of applause.
My distinguished Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, in the person of Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantani, kindly please permit me to stand on the existing protocols in view of the time limitation that we have today. The history actually is supposed to be a guide for what we are today and where we plan to be tomorrow. So the unveiling and commemorating the contributions of NIPOST in terms of stamps from 1840 to date is playing into this particular aspect, giving us the history from where we came from and where we are today and where we have projected to be tomorrow. So for any organizational development, this particular history is very key to make it possible for now this developmental aspect of the organization. So to this, I congratulate the Honorable Minister for making this event possible, as well as my brother, Dr. Adeusi, and as well as also other contributors that make this possible. But then before I leave the stage, I feel I should also talk of a particular issue. Particular thing that you give to Caesar what belongs to. So the stamp duty or the stamp, whatever that we have been talking about, the history has been laid down for us, but it has started from 1840 to date, and the champion for this particular kind of stamps is actually the NIPOST. So I will again also reiterate that please, we give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Thank you very much.
That will be given to Caesar. Thank you very much, sir, for that beautiful message. Before I bring on the next executive as CEO, can I quickly recognize Mr. Patrick Aragan, Ed WAHEC National Office. Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you. We're glad to have you this morning. And right now, I would like to bring in Engineer Aliyu Aziz, MD, and MD CEO, NIMSI, give his goodwill message. Thank you, sir. Please let's encourage him with a round of applause.
Good morning, all. My brother and Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are here today to unveil the assisted independence commemorative postage stamp by the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. I would like to appreciate that the postal system is really very, very important. I did not see it well until one time I was traveling to the US and someone gave me a letter to post from one part of the US to the other side. So I waited until I finished all what I had to do. I prepared for that day to go to a post office. But to my surprise, that when I came down to ask the receptionist that where will I go and post, she told me that this is the box there, that I should just post it. I said, but I needed stamp. She also took from her own drawer. So I then reflect that my whole day program, I was able to do that. So in this part of the world, we always break the old before we do new things. So, but what we need to do is to always infuse the old and the new. And these are important lessons for us. And in terms of identity, that the postal code is related to the identity of the individual. And we also have to start using the postcodes in our business cards, because most people have not been using the postcodes. With this, I want to congratulate the minister and also congratulate my brother and also everybody in NIPOST for this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, ladies and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I also want to quickly introduce here this morning, we have the MD CEO, Nasser Microfinance Bank, Mr. Abubakar Abdullahi Kure. Please can we welcome him with an applause. Thank you. Right now, we also want to bring on the representative of the NCC, the Executive Vice Chairman, the Ms. Engineer Ubali Maskar, to give us a goodwill message briefly. Thank you, sir. Please, let's welcome our
Good morning, Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. I would like to appeal for permission to stand on the protocol already established. Like the MD Galaxy said, to save time, but mostly to also hide my inability to do it very efficiently. I would like to congratulate the Honorable Minister on this very important occasion. Chairman, Governing Board of NIPOST, the Postmaster General, and the staff of NIPOST, and our industry as a whole. I want to congratulate us because this is a very epoch-making occasion. From as far back as 1995, when we started using or even earlier when we started using emails more effectively, we began to worry about the demise of NIPOST. And for a while, it seemed that fear was justified. But honestly, the current leadership of the ministry as well as NIPOST have demonstrated that it's still possible to bring it back and make it really, really relevant. On this note, I want to congratulate the Minister, the Postmaster General, the Chairman, Governing Board, and the staff of NIPOST, and the rest of our colleagues on this very important occasion, and wish to urge you to keep the flag flying. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Right now, I want to call on Malam Hadi Mohammed, Executive Director of Finance and Admin, representing the MD Nick concert. I know that he also had something to tell us this morning. You're welcome, sir. Please, can we help him with the hand of help?
Good morning. I would like to take leave from my seniors and with the permission of the Honorable Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, our mentor, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, I would like to stand on the existing protocol. On behalf of my Managing Director, who is unavoidably absent, I would like to congratulate and commend the Honorable Minister of Communications, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, for this wonderful achievement. Just like it's becoming a norm now in the ministry, the milestones are achieved almost daily. So I would like to say congratulations, sir, and may God give you strength and sound health to continue to drive this nation into a digital one. And I would like to congratulate the chairman and the Postmaster General of NIPOST and the entire communication industry. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful message to us this morning. Before I bring on the chairman and the board chairman, because I know they also have something to encourage us with this morning, I would like to quickly introduce, I want to recognize the presence of Mr. Magnus Ojeono, the Deputy Director Special Duties, representing Mr. Ebiton William Ivara, the DG National Gallery of Art. Please can we, okay, thank you very much, sir, for coming. Also in our midst this morning to grace this occasion is Dr. Dan Azumi Ibrahim, the Director General, NOTA. Please let's recognize. Thank you very much, sir. We also have in our midst the representative of the CG Customs, Mr. Timi Bomodi. Thank you very much for coming. Yes. Okay, right now, the next I would like to bring on to give us a goodwill message, the Chairman, NIPOST Governing Board, Barrister Mrs. Yaya Mimuna. Thank you.
Started on my started with me. Our special guest, the Honorable Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ibrahim Ali Pantami, distinguished senators present, members, National Assembly, head of parastatals, the representative of the Inspector General of Police, other important guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be in the midst of great Nigerians who are struggling, persevering, working assiduously to make Nigeria great. I must give thanks to Almighty Allah that in spite of the pandemic, we are all here, whole and hearty, to witness the historic occasion of the official presentation of sets of commemorative postage stamps to mark the 60th independence anniversary of Nigeria. The postal industry from time immemorial has fostered to use the postage stamp as a veritable medium for nurturing of culture. Nigeria, as a country, is amply blessed with historical evidence of great work of art, culture monuments, and futures that help in transmission of cultural heritage from one generation to another. Many of such have been reflected in Nigerian postal stamps, most especially in colonial era and post-colonial Nigeria. As a post-colonial Nigeria, a strong Nigeria must be cultural Nigeria, and NIPOST has a role to play in advancing this by marking events such as this one. The postage stamp is also used for the prepayment and transmission of mail packets, and as a revenue instrument specifically used for denoting of all legal related documents for the purpose of generating revenue and checking fraud. This therefore underscores the importance of stamps in providing information, education, and revenue, as well as a source of entertainment. The economic and social value of postage stamp cut across the young and old, as well as the rich and poor. In addition, stamps serve as excellent gift items, memento or memorabilia. I must not fail to mention that only recently, the iconic Nigerian institution survived the most crudest form of disinformation campaign involving the deployment of cyberbullies and scomox on social media for the sole aim of stripping it off its legal robe and turning it into a relic. Thanks to the men and women of courage, many of who saturated this audience, those who stood firm on the side of law, principle, and common sense to ensure that in the high and stormy gale of this hideous campaign, the anchor of this great Nigerian institution held within the veil. Today's ceremony, therefore, is a testimony to the victory of collective and individual courage won. So long as we hold forth here, we shall not allow this national institution to be exploited. Honorable Minister, sir, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this occasion once again showcases NIPOST's modest contribution to unity, peace, progress of Nigerian people, which role shall not diminish either now or at any of our national lifetime. Thank you very much.
She deserves a better applause. Thank you very much, ma'am. She's a game changer. She changed the game of the mood of this event this morning. Thank you very much, ma'am, for that wonderful message. Right now, we want to hear from the people that are representing us. They have our interest, and they have always been supporting the Nigerian Postal Service. So we know that we can always count on them, even for all our future aspirations. So permit me to bring on quickly to the microphone the Honorable Prince of For Your Kingdom, Akim Adeyemi, the Chairman House Committee on Communications. Please let's encourage him with a round of applause. Thank you very much, sir.
Honorable Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Dr. Ali Sapantami, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Communication, ably represented by the Deputy Chairman, Senator Bomai, the Chairman, NIPOST Board, the Postmaster General, heads of agencies here, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be here today on the unveiling of Nigerian at 60 Independence Commemorative stamp by the Nigerian Postal Service. Our nation, Nigeria, has come of age, and the stamp to be unveiled here today adheres to the unity of the country and the progress we have made over the years as one united entity and the unmatched resilience of Nigerians. The Committee of the House of Communication, and indeed the House, and by extension the National Assembly, will continue to provide parliamentary support to improve the service delivery of Nigerian Postal Service. to the betterment of Nigerians and indeed the nation's economy. The NIPOST is a revenue generating agency of the federal government, and as a representative of the people of Nigeria, we will continue to support them. On this note, I must commend the patriotic effort of the Honorable Minister. It's a change manta of communication and digital economy, the chairman of the board, the postmaster general, and the staff of NIPOST, putting this together. To God be the glory.
Thank you very much, sir. That was quick, that was loud, and that was very, very sharp. Please, can we give him a very beautiful round of applause? So we know that we can always count on you, sir. Thank you very much. That was encouraging. Right now, can I quickly bring on to the microphone? Yes, the distinguished Senator Hi Hembomai, who is the Deputy Vice Chairman, Senate Committee on Communications, representing the Chairman Senate Committee on Communications, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. We are going to be hearing a man speak, the voice of a woman this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, my brother, Dr. Ali Ibrahim Fantami, the Postmaster General, my brother, the Chairman of House of Reps Committee on Communication, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Senate Committee on Communication, I extend our best wishes to the Federal Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy and the NIPOST on today's occasion of unveiling the Nigeria at 60 independence postage stamp. Since the introduction of stamp duty in Nigeria in April 1939, it has contributed greatly to the economy and also the revenue drive of the nation. The importance of stamp in depicting as well as preserving the memory of events in the country has also been quite phenomenal. Today's event is quite commendable as yet another contribution towards keeping records of historical facets of this our great country. Let me assure the Federal Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy that the Senate Committee on Communication shall be rendering all support and advices required towards creating a robust NIPOST that is intended with the best global practice in the world. I congratulate the Federal Ministry of Communication and the NIPOST for holding this very great event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Please, let's be generous with our applause this morning. Please, can we be generous? Thank you very much. He deserves it. Yes. All right, now, from everything that has been said this morning, you quite agreed with me that the idea of the 60th anniversary stamp works on two registers. One is the faith in our unity as a nation and our resilience also as a people. It also represents our need for collective hope. We are very hopeful, a great nation of good people. So on that note, I want to welcome to the microphone. This is the time we've been waiting for. The Honorable Minister himself, who is a game changer, a gentleman, tall, and always speaking his mind. He's going to speak his mind on this occasion this morning. And can I request that we welcome him to the microphone this morning as he gives his address. Respected Dr. Isa Ibrahim Pantami, you are welcome, sir, to the microphone. Thank you very much, sir.
Please get seated, please.
Chairman, Senate Committee on the Communications, represented by my elder brother, the Vice Chairman of the committee, distinguished Senator Alhaji Ibrahim Bomai, the Chairman, House Committee on the Telecommunications, my good friend and brother, Prince Akim Adeyemi, Chair of Nigeria Postal Services Board, Postmaster General of the Barrister Maimuna Abubakar, Postmaster General of the Federation, Dr. Ismail Adewushi, Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, Kashifu Inu Abdullahi, Director General of National Identity Management Commission, Engineer Abdul Aziz D. Aliyu, Managing Director of Galaxy Backbone Limited, Professor Muhammad Bello Abubakar, Director General of NOTAP, Dr. Daazimi Musa, representatives of Inspector General of Police, Controller General of Nigeria Immigration Service and Nigerian Customs Service. Other CEOs here present. My colleagues from the ministry and the parastatals, ladies and gentlemen of the press, all other protocols duly and respectfully observed. Good morning, and may peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you. I am highly excited and delighted to be part of this event and also to serve as the chief host and the special guest of honor in order to launch and unveil our Diamond Anniversary postage stamp developed by Nigerian Postal Service. Historically, the journey started last year when our boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, established a committee to coordinate the celebration of our Diamond Jubilee in Nigeria, that is the 60th anniversary of our country. I was appointed to serve as the chairman of the Presidential Subcommittee on Diamond, Innovation and Change. Part of the policies of the committee I served or I chaired came up with the idea of establishing a stamp in order to be part and parcel of our celebration of our Diamond Jubilee and reflection as citizens of this great country, Nigeria. We came up with around 11 items, and I think this is the final one to be executed as part of our celebration and reflection of our 60th anniversary as a nation. I'm glad that we are here today to unveil and launch this stamp. However, the stamp has been produced since, but due to some constraints, we couldn't get time to converge here for the celebration. It is always better late than never. Because of this, we are here to celebrate, and not only to celebrate, but rather to reflect and to appreciate the beauty of our diversity as a country. Our diversity is supposed to be our source of strength, not weakness. Supposed to be the source of our unity, not disunity. And it is because of this is not only a celebration, but rather period for reflection and also appreciation of our diversity as a nation. Furthermore, NIPOST, as an institution of the federal government of Nigeria, has been having many challenges and constraints, particularly with regards to regulation, policies, and financing. It is because of this, for over a year, we have been working on the transformation of Nigerian postal services. A lot has been achieved, and I do hope what we plan to achieve in 2021 with the help of the Almighty will be unprecedented in the history of NIPOST. Within our journey of less than 2 years now, or roughly 1 year and 6 months or thereabout, part of what has been achieved, firstly, is with the issue of stamp duty that we had been battling with other government institutions on resolving it. Finally, our effort has yielded a positive result. For the first time, Finance Act 2020 recognized NIPOST as the producer of stamp duty in Nigeria. And not only that, that stamp duty is to be used in authentication and validating our official documents. It is a clear indication that the effort has yielded a positive result. And I want to pause here, firstly, to appreciate the intervention of our boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, for listening to our complaints and later sent to him in order to intervene. And secondly, I want to use the opportunity to thank the National Assembly, particularly our two committees in the Senate and the House of Reps, for not only standing with us during the struggle, but rather giving us all the necessary support required in order to ensure that justice is done for NIPOST. The Senate and the House of Representatives, particularly our committees, we are most appreciative and thankful for standing by us. Furthermore, as part of our modest effort in transforming NIPOST, based on the act establishing NIPOST, the power of regulation lies with the minister in charge of our communications, which I happen to occupy the position today. Throughout the history of NIPOST, there wasn't any rule-making process of regulation. And as a regulatory body, the first thing to be done is to ensure you have your own rule-making process in place. Whenever you want to come up with a subsidiary legislation, that rule-making process must be followed, starting from coming up with the draft, advertisement, stakeholder engagement, public engagement. You get input, and it takes time to come up with any regulatory instrument. Without that document, it's difficult to regulate the sector effectively. The responsibility is in my office. As it is now, we are 97% done with the rulemaking process of NIPOST. And that document is just like copying the way National Assembly comes up with a legislation. It allows public hearing, because regulation of a government institution should not be like a divine message. You allow citizens to have input, to complain about what you have included in the document. You engage them, you engage stakeholders, you allow public to look into it and review it, and at the same time criticize it constructively the way they like. With that, you will be able to come up with a document that is all inclusive. Now the document is even ready, and I do hope that after this event, we will have another brief meeting with stakeholders to finalize it. And that will be the official document for the rulemaking process of the regulation of the Nigerian postal services. In addition, the review of our previous regulation, which many citizens complained, we have engaged stakeholders. We reviewed the document again, and I think today will be the final day for revalidation of the document, and it will be made public. In addition, part of what we have been doing as well to transform NIPOST, we are at the final stage of unbundling NIPOST by coming up with some companies, starting with two. Number one, property and development company, two, transport and logistic company. These are the two companies that are at the final stage. And we do hope that after the two, we will come up with NIPOST Microfinance Bank. We leverage on all the offices we have in the country to ensure that we provide financial services to our citizens and others. Finally, on this, I also started working on a document to be presented to our boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, with an intention of making a submission on how federal government can renovate and rehabilitate our offices all over the country, at least in batches. We start with state capitals, and if that is done, we move to our local governments. NIPOST has many properties, but if you visit, you will discover that they are dilapidated. And this is the best time that government will look into NIPOST, rehabilitate and renovate the offices, and ensure that NIPOST generates revenue for the federal government of Nigeria or for the federation, as the case may be. I am working on the document, and I do hope that it will be presented to the Federal Executive Council, in addition to many more requests on behalf of the Nigerian Postal Services. Part of our effort in transforming NIPOST, recently the Federal Executive Council has approved the establishment of National ICT Park here in Abuja. I had the privilege of making submission and it was approved. In that building, we plan to establish what we call ICT and Postal Services Museum. In that museum, we want to document the metamorphosis of NIPOST and ICT sector in general, starting from inception to date. In NIPOST, we have stamps that are over 100 years. Our country sometimes doesn't value history, while history is key to our success. In that museum, we want to ensure that all our transformations, history, and everything from the inception of the sector to date are well documented, so that our children will be able to appreciate the history of their country. And this is part of what we have planned to achieve. Going through history helps you to reorganize yourself and get ready for the challenges ahead. And this is what we plan to do. This is just in summary about what we have been doing. Finally, I want to use the opportunity to commend the board of NIPOST, management staff, and most importantly, the chair, my younger sister, Barrister Maimuna Abubakar, and my elder brother, Dr. Ismail Adewushi, and their teams, particularly in managing the affairs of Nigerian Postal Services in spite of many challenges. Your effort is commendable and most appreciated. And I also use the opportunity to reiterate my earlier statements, particularly our appreciation to the National Assembly by standing with us during the ongoing struggle, or rather during our previous struggle on the issue of stamp duty and all other issues that come up from time to time. We are most appreciative, and we do hope that that support will always be available whenever we need it. That is also extended to the entire digital economy families. All our stakeholders and the parastatals under the supervision of the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. Why do I say so? Is because of the fact that whoever looks into the statistics of the second quarter, the last quarter of 2020 will strongly agree that ICT pulled out our country from recession. There is no doubt about this. the ICT sector pulled out Nigeria from recession earlier than anticipated. Because if you go through, you will discover that ICT grew by 14.70% in the last quarter of 2020. And it was followed by agric that grew by 3%. 14% for ICT and agric, 3%. So meaning that ICT is the fastest growing sector in the country. And not only that, the gap between the first and second position, the first position is more than 4 times the second fastest growing sector in our economy. In addition, if you look at the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh sectors combined together, their growth rate is not up to ICT alone. The second to seven sectors, if you look at them like agric, health, water supply, public administration, construction, real estate, if you sum them all, their growth rate was 14.21%, while that of ICT alone is 14.70%. So meaning all the remaining 6 sectors combined together, their performance is not up to that of ICT alone. It is because of this we are proud of all our stakeholders, and we appreciate your effort of pulling our country out of recession. And we do hope that we will continue to support the sector so that we continue to grow faster than any other sector in the country. May the Almighty bless the ICT and the digital economy family, and may the Almighty bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much for listening. Okay, we can go ahead. Yeah.
Your phone.
No, it's not mine.
Oh, okay. And can we just have the Postmaster General, the chairman and the House Committee, chairman of House Committee on Commission, and the CEOs, please join, and the Senate, please join the the Honorable Minister to unveil. And then we will also request for your generous donation. Thank you very much. Okay.
Engineer, come on then.
Oh, phone here.
On behalf of my boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, based on the provision of the Constitution of Nigeria 1999 as amended, Section 147 and 148, I therefore unveil and launch the 60th anniversary commemorative stamp produced by the Nigerian Postal Services. And I encourage our citizens to make use of this stamp. It is very important and it will be available. This is for our 60th anniversary, and at the same time, it will be used as for reflection to appreciate the beauty of our country and to appreciate the beauty of our diversity. And I pray to the Almighty to make that beneficial to the country. Thank you.
Let's have a close-up of these stamps, please.
Thank you very much, your Honorable Minister. Please, can we encourage them with a beautiful round of applause? Thank you very much. Please, can we have a seat while we quickly round up the program? Before I bring on the, they bring on the next person, I want to quickly recognize the presence of some dignitaries who are here this morning to also be part of this occasion. I have the presence of the Professor Sholari Adewale, immediate past Director General, National Mathematical Center. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. We also have here in our midst the MDs of various national mail routes, who are our partners. Please, can we just signify so that we can thank you very much, sir, for coming. We also have Mr. Faud Oki, Coordinator, Logistics, Courier, Haulage, and Dispatch Operators Association of Nigeria. Please, can we just encourage, welcome you with an applause. Thank you very much. Right now, we want to say a very big thank you to all of you. And there's no other person that is prepared to do that this morning other than a woman. When you see her, you think she's a 16-year-old girl, but she might be small in stature, but she's very, very big and massive in heart. And I want to welcome Mrs. Adeni to come and say a very big thank you to all of you who agreed to be here despite all your tight, busy schedule. We are very, very privileged to have you. Please, can we encourage her with a round of applause? Thank you very much, Mrs. Adeni.
The Honorable Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ibrahim Batan. Permit me to stand on already established protocol, please. On behalf of the Postmaster General of the Federation, Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian Postal Service, Dr. Ishmael Adewusi, I appreciate all who honored our invitation, both online and on site. I also want to thank all government dignitaries, chief executives, guests, philatelists, colleagues in the post, my colleague in the post, as well as the press men, for making the launch of this commemorative stamp to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee of our beloved country, Nigeria, a success and eventful. God bless you. I wish you all safe trip back home. God bless this nation, Nigeria.
Thank you very much, ma'am. On that note, I'd like to seek our audience to please rise up for the national anthem as we close this occasion. The national anthem, please. Troops, Nigeria's cool day to serve the fatherland. We love and strengthen faith.
Where is the bus?
Heroes past shall never be in vain. Sister, without our might, while nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. Can we put our hands together for Nigeria? Let's celebrate our uniqueness. Thank you very much once again, distinguished guests, for coming. We are privileged to have you this morning, and we do have that. I pray that you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm pleased we've been told that you just stop by at our stand and get some of those lovely stamps. Thank you very much once again. Thank you for coming. It's been a wonderful day.
Sir? Okay.
Okay, I want to thank you all for joining the meeting. We have come to the end of the meeting and the unveiling of the Nigerian 60th commemorative. Thank you very much. At this point, we are closing the meeting. God bless you and thank you for attending.
Please, can you let us see a photograph of the stamps?
Yes, can we see the stamps, please?
You log out. Please, can we see the stamps?
Boy. I'd also like to chat. Oh, I think we're going. I think we might have gone.
Here, hello, Mr. Simon.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Greetings from
good
Oxford.
Afternoon. This is Bayo.
Oh, Bayo,
this is
hi.
Bayo, a member
yes, I see you.
Yeah, member.
I see you. I see.
Thank you very much.
I see some beautiful faces in this Zoom, and notable. I'm so very surprised the protocols didn't acknowledge the very important people in our Zoom.
Let me apologize on their behalf. The Lagos Philatelic Club
right.
will do that.
It's all right.
We sincerely apologize for that, please.
I think apologies accepted,
It's all right. We're only
Mr. Host.
voting. Yes, apologies accepted. Thank you. Just to say for everybody in the meeting, you can see a few Oibos in this Zoom meeting. We're all based in the UK, but we belong to a philatelic society which has global members all around the world. It's called the West Africa Study Circle. You will see in my line on the participants the website, and I'm sure some of you are members, but we will welcome you to contact us. We host meetings. At the moment, we are hosting meetings on Zoom, and we hope that you continue to collect Nigeria stamps, which we do enthusiastically.
Mr. Simon, we appreciate your comment. We promise to take it up from where you said. We shall increase membership. We shall continue to promote philately in Nigeria.
Yes, thank you. I'm a bit surprised that Eddie, who's normally on all these meetings, is not around. But Eddie Akpan is very much your representative locally, and he is very energetic and very enthusiastic that we make the connections and that we are a friendly family of philatelists inside Nigeria, in West Africa, across West Africa, and elsewhere in the world. So it's great to see people.
Thank you, Mr. Simon. And from what you heard them say, the museum is coming up soon, and I'm sure you're very, very happy to help out in setting up our museum.
Yes. It's I have seen your stamps in your philatelic bureau, and it would be important for you to think of the resources that are inside and outside this country.
Thank you very much. We have to go now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wish we could have seen the stamps more closely. Has anybody got these stamps, or anybody got a photo?